Apes and Apettes, welcome back to the channel. This is a big day. As you know, we have AMC earnings here in After Hours. I will be streaming that live for you guys so we can listen to that together, but we have to go over a lot of other factors that can contribute to what we do see in After Hours with AMC stock. We have young Biden that is giving his speech. We have other Fed speakers. We got economic data that came out today, which was actually really good, but the markets, they are selling off because of a couple key things. If you look at the indexes, the Dow is down about 1.72%, S&P down 1.56%, the Nasdaq down 1.39%, and the Russell 2000 down about 1.5%. The VIX is up 12%. And if you take a look at the oil's up about 9%, Brent up 8%, natural gas 3.6%. And even gold is up about 2% today. Silver up 4.3%. And this is definitely a fear move that you are seeing as far as gold is concerned. And you are definitely seeing the fear in the stock market as well. So we have some developments to go over and get into the usual typical data that we do here in these intraday update videos for AMC stock. Let's get into it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. What is your price target for earnings? Let me know that information. If you guys want to join the trading community, link down below in the pinned comment, as well as get yourself some free stocks. Those links are down below in the description of this video. So first and foremost, AMC down about 4% currently, still above $18 per share. We're at $18.10 per share. We are really in between this $18.50 and $17.75 levels that I have marked right now, literally in the middle. So I want to see us, obviously, you know, for after earnings go above $18.50, but the sky could be the limit if AMC announces something really good. So keep that in mind. It's best to go into these kind of things with low expectations. Expect the stock to drop. If it does not, that's a positive. Now, why would the stock actually rally? It all comes down to guidance, and I think you're going to see good guidance. Now, you know, the pandemic is pretty much gone. There's not even really any mask mandates in too many areas. So you shouldn't really see management super fearful about that, because let me remind you, on every single earnings call we have seen since 2020, management has been like, hey, you know, things are going good, but they could change around, and they were always sure to instill that, hey, something could happen. If they throw that out and say, yeah, we're back on track, we're an efficient business, we're seeing strong demand, we're selling a lot of products, all of that, and kind of steers away from the more, you know, fearful stuff about the pandemic, that will be really, really good. And hopefully they say that they expect to get back to their pre-pandemic revenue numbers, which was in between $5 billion and $5.5 billion. That will be very interesting. I expect the obviously this last quarter that they're going to be reporting for right now, the numbers are going to be really good, probably free cash flow positive, all of that, and that is also going to make a big difference, because companies with positive free cash flow, if not just pure net profits to the bottom line, are respected right now. Companies that don't are not respected. So I think AMC might you know, gain a little bit more trust in investors' eyes, and by investors, not you guys, but other potential money that could come into the stock. As far as on the daily candlestick chart, RSI is remaining really on the oversold territory for a majority of the day, obviously down 3.82%. So what do you really expect? If we pull this out to the daily candlestick chart, the MACD still does look bullish. I mean, we haven't diverged. You're not seeing this yellow line under the blue line, so that is definitely a good sign. As far as the RSI, a little bit on the oversold territory, but kind of neutral and in the middle. We really haven't done too much, just up and down wave like motion right there. The Bollinger Bands and the 20-day simple moving average is sitting at 1742. So that's a good sign. We are above that. And, you know, that's the level that I want to watch, and to see if we do get support, if for whatever reason we do fall after earnings. I don't think it's very likely that we will, considering everything AMC has going for it, but even one bad number or one bad statement on earnings, then you do tend to see stocks go down 10 to 20%. So a 10 to 20% positive move or a negative move is definitely here on the table, and just be very mindful of that. The volume for the day so far is 24.8 million, which is pretty typical. We have about 3 hours left of trading, so we'll just wait and see what that is. If there's something good announced, crazy, if the stock goes up 10 to 20%, you could definitely see a lot of FOMO that does head into the stock as well. As far as the economic data, what is going on and what did happen today, you've seen the ISM manufacturing PMI, and you guys can see right here with these stars, this is a high volatility expected. With 1 star, low volatility that is expected. And that actually came out good. We beat better than expected on that. ISM manufacturing prices better than expected as well. Didn't really do too much for the markets. We've kind of just sold off either way. But you see the Dallas Fed Services revenue, Texas services sector outlook. And then you do have U.S. President Biden speaks. It says tentative. It says data will be released in 2 hours 36 minutes. So I believe that would put us at about 4 p.m. So it's going to be coming roughly at the same time that we get AMC's earnings. So there's going to be a lot of just volatility. There's going to be a lot of back and forth going on in the markets around that time. So keep that in mind as well. And then the Ortex data. Let's go ahead and check this out. I don't know why it's going so slow though. And for the option activity, positive order value of 8% for the day. 5 orders totaling $876.66 thousand. And that's not a lot compared to what we usually see. Over the past week, 106 orders totaling 48.82 million. Positive order value of 20%. So to see less than $1 million worth of options that have been bought by institutional investors today, that is definitely a sign that people are just waiting to see what happens. I think a lot of that positioning from institutional investors actually happened yesterday when you've seen 6 orders totaling 1.42 million, positive order value of 94%. So looking good in that aspect. I think, like I said, a lot of that positioning actually did happen yesterday. As far as the short interest of free float, 20.15%. Current shares that are sold short, 103.22 million. Cost to borrow max of 1.9%, and the utilization is 100% as well. So cost to borrow max is doing some very, very weird things. So I just want to see when this goes up, when the cost to borrow max goes up, which will likely be after earnings, if we do see the price of the stock going up. And I want to see what happens with the utilization, because obviously hedge funds, they're not willing to lend out their stock for 1.9 or even 3%. And then what do we finally got to get into right here? Democrats offer legislation to stop Russian oil imports. That is the biggest thing you could do to Russia, and that would have an impact on everyday Americans a lot. It would also have an impact to businesses. So if that happens, you're potentially going to see more fear in the markets, higher costs, higher inflation, more fears that the Fed will have to raise rates at a faster pace. But then again, we'll have to wait and see, because the government, sometimes they move fast when it comes to this Russia stuff. Sometimes they're not. So keep that in mind. This is very, very bullish. For March 16th, only 1.2% of market participants are expecting a what? A what? Yeah, they're not even expecting a 0.5% rate hike anymore. It's not even here. So that's definitely bullish. 1.2% of investors expect the rates to stay the same. 98.8% of investors expect that 0.25% rate hike. Yeah, so you're not even seeing the probability odds for a 50% or a 50 basis point rate hike, a 0.5% rate hike. on the charts. So that is really, really bullish, but it's not doing anything for the markets. Markets, they don't care. It's all about Russia and Ukraine at the current situation. So that is going to be all for this video. Come check us out on the live stream during the earnings call. Would love to have you guys over there. Check out the links down below in the description to get yourself some free stock, as well as the link down below in the pinned comment to join the trading community. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.